Hello and welcome to my first ever WWE Monday Night Raw review for tonight's Raw episode of July 27th, 2015. And I would like to say thank you to Delexman for inspiring me to make videos on the topics of professional wrestling, because I think he is one of the best wrestling personalities out there. And then if you have not seen his channel, Delexman, on YouTube, you should definitely check him out. So just like to give him a shout out. Thank you for the inspiration. Let's take a look at tonight's show and what my overall thoughts and opinions are for Raw tonight. First, I'd like to give you a little background about myself. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My name is Daniel Geiza, and I have been a fan of professional wrestling for 7 years now. Started watching in 2008, and have been a fan of mainly the WWE for that length of time. I have seen some ROH and some TNA, but primarily I watch WWE. So with that out of the way, let's talk about Raw tonight. To kick off Raw, of course, we had an Authority. The Authority open Raw with Stephanie, Rollins, and Triple H coming out, and they had a major announcement to make. They said that SummerSlam will now be 4 hours long. Yes, SummerSlam will be 4 hours long. And also, they said tonight's going to be a night of firsts. They announced The Big Show versus Dean Ambrose, Paige versus Sasha Banks, Brie and Nikki versus Becky Lynch and Charlotte, and Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. And then Rollins brags how he's the best champion of all time, and of course, John Cena's music hits, dun, 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 John Cena sucks, and then he makes his way down to the ring, and Cena comes out, and Rollins have a little back and forth, blah, 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 says he's a coward. Cena says Rollins is a joke and a coward, and Cena wants to have a a world title match tonight on Raw. And then the Authority act like they're gonna give the match, but they say no, you have to earn it. And Triple H says instead it's going to be a U.S. title match. So it was an okay segment for what it was. And moving on, we have our first match tonight. Dean Ambrose versus The Big Show. Actually, a really good match. I was not looking forward to this match when it was announced, but I thought these two actually worked really well together, mainly due to Dean Ambrose, the way he sold throughout the match, and the way he just kept trying to crawl back into the ring and fight and scratch and claw, and he almost made it back in. There were multiple times he kept getting thrown out, but eventually lost. And he got counted out, and therefore Big Show was your winner. It made Big Show look strong. After the match, Big Show was looking to spear Dean Ambrose through the barricade, but Big Show missed, and he went through it, and Dean Ambrose got away with a little smirk. So, not a bad match, actually. Next, we had a very short match, Neville versus Fandango, who I didn't realize still had a job. Quick match, fun, short little match. Neville hits the red arrow with the win. Glad Neville wins, looks dominant. And then Stardust gets on the Titantron and cuts this really bizarre, crazy promo about him and wanting to, it was almost like a comic book villain-like promo, but I thought it was very good, very different. Cody's definitely having a lot of fun with this gimmick, and he had a line in there about his late father, God rest his soul, Dusty Rhodes. So I liked that promo. I thought it was good, and I'm looking forward to seeing Neville versus Stardust at SummerSlam, because I will be there. Moving on, look at this. We actually had some storyline development with the Divas. We had Paige, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Naomi to Tamina and Sasha Banks. Basically had a little back and forth promo with one another, trading some insults, and I like this. We need to see more of this, more storylines, development, character developments, promos, and not just matches. But I liked what they did with the women tonight. And we move on to our next match, our first women's contest. It was Paige versus Sasha Banks. This was a really good match. I've never seen them wrestle before, but I've heard they've had matches on NXT, so these two worked really well together. He said a lot of good spots. They gave them time. I think it almost went 10, 12, maybe even 15 minutes. So they gave these girls time to work. And look what happens. They put on a good match. Shocking. Give them time. Give the women a chance. And they can be main eventing pay-per-views, and hopefully they'll main event Raw. So one day. So I really enjoyed this match. Sasha Banks wins with the bank statement. So a very good match. Next up, we had a segment with Rusev, and Summer Rae. This was bizarre, but I actually enjoyed it. Rusev apparently had a surprise for Summer Rae, and Rusev came to the ring with Summer Rae, and they were in the ring, and Rusev gave Summer a dog and named the dog, what did he name it? He named it after Dolph Ziggler, Dog Ziggler, so that was kind of funny. And then he gave her a fish and said it reminded him of Lana. So he named the fish Lana, and then Lana came out looking as great as ever. And Lana got down to the ring, and she basically went at Summer, and smothered Summer's face into the fish, and then she got up to Rusev and slapped him in the face. And then she walked out of the ring, and while she was walking back, Rusev took the fish and threw it. So, it was fun for what it was. I enjoyed it. We had a Lesnar Taker video package, and they advertised Lesnar is going to be on Raw next week, so that should be very exciting, and hopefully Taker's there as well. I can't wait to see what they do next with those two. Actually, a very enjoyable match that was up next was the Lucha Dragons versus Los Matadores. Have become Primo, who they should just go back to that, drop this whole stupid Mexican stereotype bullfighter gimmick, but they won't. So we had the PTP primetime players on commentary, once again very enjoyable, Titus and Darren. And this was actually a pretty good match, back and forth, lucha libre style action. Love seeing the Lucha Dragons. They definitely need to push them more, and I would like to see them have a run with the belts, the tag titles. A couple of nice moves here. Callisto got that hot tag, and eventually the New Day came out with the distraction, and it was funny. They were clapping, New Day rocks, New Day sucks. Kofi had a sign that says "Real Mega Dad of the Year," shot at Titus, and Callisto was able to steal the win, and there's a little confrontation back and forth between PTP and the New Day. So maybe we're setting up a fatal four-way. I would like to see a ladder match for the tag titles at SummerSlam. That would be good. Moving on, we had a very good segment, I thought, with Bray Wyatt, and Luke Harper. They had a recommitment ceremony, ushering in Harper's back officially into the Wyatt family. And Bray Wyatt got this amazing promo. Bray Wyatt's one of my favorites. They really need to use him in a better manner. I feel like he's been underutilized the past couple of months. But I really enjoyed this feud with Roman Reigns and now Dean Ambrose and possibly Sting and Adam Rose turning back into Leo Kruger. I'm interested to see where this goes for SummerSlam, but overall, this promo was very good. Wyatt talking about how he set Harper free, and it was terrifying, and Harper came running back to him, his guidance, and that basically how him and Harper are a dominant unit again as the Wyatt family, and I'm interested to see where this goes. We had our second women's match tonight. We had the tag team match of Becky Lynch and Charlotte versus Nikki Bella and Sasha Banks. Solid match, you know. Once again, the NXT Divas revolution is continuing, and it's so nice to see these women. Not one, but two matches, which they should. It's a 3-hour show. I don't see why not. So, like I said, good back and forth action. And Becky Lynch is able to counter Fox's roll-up, Alicia Fox's roll-up, and puts her into the disarmor and gets a submission win. So that's Becky's first win on the main roster. That was good to see. Moving on, we had Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. I liked what I saw. I wanted to see more. I thought if these guys had 10 more minutes, that it could be a much better match. But for what it was okay. Sheamus was out there on commentary. He eventually became involved. Bro kicked Orton. And then Cesaro came out. I was going crazy. I love Cesaro, King of Swing. Future WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And Cesaro came out to the ring. And eventually Owens was able to get him up for the pop-up powerbomb, and Owens was made to look strong. And it looks like we are going to do Kevin Owens versus Cesaro. That could be a very good match at SummerSlam. And finally, we have our main event. John Cena versus Seth Rollins for the United States Championship. Yeah, it wasn't a bad match. It was, I'd say it was good. It was one of the better John Cena Seth Rollins matches that I've seen. I haven't been a fan of most of the matches, but this match I actually thought was good. Started off slow, eventually picked up, and actually, it's amazing. John Cena is a tough SOB. Rollins kicked him in the nose, and his nose was broken from that kick. And Cena, there was blood everywhere. It was just really nasty. But Cena was able to finish the match. Now, my only problem was John Cena made the WWE Champion tap out. So that's how we're going to set up this John Cena-Seth Rollins rivalry. I'm not too invested into this rivalry. If they're going to do another match at SummerSlam, I'd rather see a Fatal 4-Way or a 6-pack challenge. Something, I can't really get into John Cena versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. But if some people are interested in it, that's okay. In my opinion, I'm not interested in it. And that's how we finish Raw off. So overall, I'd say it was a good show. I'm going to give this show B+. I thought it was a little bit better than last week. Less storyline development, more overall quality matches. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts, and this will be the first of more videos to come. So join me for my next video. My name is Daniel, and I'm signing off.